Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Give him some pregame apple jacks. Feeding Mr. Jack with apple jacks themselves. Alright, so I'm gonna refill the apple jack. Need milk, definitely need milk, right? Alright, that should be sufficient. Hey, checking in. The red and white eagle. The eagle has landed. Welcome to the party, Richter. As they say in Total Recall land. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. No, 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 not just slow. Don't want it wrong. What, no, let it go, and the day is so. Dun, 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 yeah, baby. Dun, dun, dun. Here it comes. Here it goes, the sun. Here it comes, the sun. Welcome to the show. Please come inside. Don't what up that dough, and I just met you. I know, ha ha ha, who not just like me, though. Oh, ha 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 ha, that ain't nothing so. Dun dun do do, she haven't met again. You were looking so deep. Just keep on talking to me. Yeah, keep on telling me all your dreams. I'm gonna hear you move. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, dun, dun. 3 nights in a row, man. Way too much talking. Not enough fucking, man. These are candid conversations. Fireside chats. For those of you in the know, our old schoolers there that come from the old school. Rolling up on 11 now. PM Eastern Standard Time. On the last day of March. All right, we roll into the April foolery, the tomfoolery of April Fools. They're in just less than 1 hour here. About 48 minutes. Boom. Boom. Ding. Ding. No, to the ends of it all. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, tell me good lies. None of that the moment dies. Ben. By far to the edge of it all. Tell me good lie. Dun, 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 dun. Is real. This is it. In the evening. Creed Aventis. Oh, Lelava? Okay. Creed Aventis. Silver. Silver. Wow. Creed Aventis. Oh, that's the silver. Oh, yeah. That's it. Level. Just like Villanova Wildcats. On another level. Disabling the label. That's what Wildcats do. We disable all labels. Okay? On another level. Here to there. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't want to be exposed. Okay, gotcha. Just hit those links. Give me those links, man. Come on. Our hearts are tickers.
Let's do it like this. There it is. All right. So, as we get into tonight's program, I'm going to ask you guys to keep the engagement up over 50%.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start going back to the intermission song. What's the intermission song?
Dun, 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 dun.
We don't get the if I look down and you know people just kind of
Lollygagging.
doing their own thing, you know we gotta just take it back to the intermission, take it back to the
Old school.
because it is so important, guys. It is so important,
You
ladies
show
and gentlemen,
engagement.
that you show support for the broadcast by at least
Hitting the like button.
that lets
So the YouTube powers would be.
know that you deal with the content. And tonight we're
Yes.
Monday we talked about the whole notion of women love men who cheat.
Yes.
And as much as there are women who did not like what I had to say, they could not deny the fact that men who cheat get rewarded. Tonight we're going to talk about a touchy subject. But we're going to just dive head on into it. So many women today are just on this next level. Get the bag, I am the table, I'm all this, and a bag of chips. And my thing is, you know, I am sitting down with more and more women who are, you know, avid supporters of independent women and all these other concepts. And my thing is always the same question. Even when I sat down with none other than Miss Jessley Wong, and part 3 will be dropping tomorrow, and the last part will be dropping on Sunday. I asked women one simple question. Are you equal to a man? Are you equal to the kind of man you say you want? Are you equal to a high value man? Meaning that men know that we have to come out and become a better version of ourselves. We know that. Men know that we have to work, sweat, toil, blah, 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 compete, and get better and better and better, and then wait until we're at least about 35 before we start to get any real return on our investment. And you know what? My masculine archetype is more refined. There's the rake and there's the road. I'm gonna tell you right now, life is good to be a silver fox. Being a silver fox has disadvantages, I'm not going to lie. And the advantage is because I can date women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond if I choose to. But ladies, the fundamental question still remains. Are you
Equal to a man.
Are you right there, I'm talking to you right now, are you on the level of a man? Are you on the level of a high value man? Meaning, let's say, Mr. High Value, let's give him a top 10% salary. Okay, let's give him a top 10% salary. He's making $120,000 a year. $10,000 a month. Are you on his level? Are you on his level? And if not, how can you expect to get this man? Many women will tell you that I am the prize, I am the table, I am this, that. But my question is, what makes you think you're on the level we going to talk about this? Because we're going to be talking about sex, sexual politics, age, interracial dating, open, polyamorous relationships.
This
All the
MCS
things
way of
a
life, the
man
modus
of
operandi.
value
That's it.
can demand. Is one woman on the level of one high value man? And
And
understand,
the answer is
the
no.
more money a man makes, the larger the gap, the delta. The delta is the difference between
2 points.
A and B.
Yes.
The delta is the difference between the two. The larger the delta is. Ladies, are you equal to a high value man? Now, I know many women will say, of course I am. I am me. I bring the table this and that. But understand, ladies, let me give you a brief rating scale.
Huh.
If you are physically out of shape, that lowers your sexual marketplace value. If you have children out of wedlock, that lowers your sexual marketplace value. If you are over 30, it lowers your sexual marketplace value. If you are an independent woman, it lowers your sexual marketplace value. So the question the guys have is, for all you women who say you want a man on your level, do you really know what your level is? Because I will tell you, most women are woefully wrong about their level. What is your level, lady? Man, what's your level?
You.
Fresh face, out of the shower, your natural
Hair. No makeup.
What does your face rank on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use
You 7.
Where is your level of fitness
Fit.
according to what men like? If you weigh more than a man at your height, it doesn't matter if the fat
Fell in the right places.
Men marry
What they can carry.
smaller than them.
Men marry what they can carry on their back.
Men keep and marry women who fit an archetype. And I want to get to the ladies. What makes you think you're on a high value man's level? And here's the thing, just like when I was talking to Jessica, she said, well, if a man marries a woman and she gets older, will he keep her? Yes, because men are good people. Men are good people, and we keep each other. We keep women. We don't treat women like y'all would treat us. See, if a woman had a man and her value increased later in life and his decreased, women would get rid of the men. But see, we're good people. I know they're going to get mad at me on that one. Ladies, tonight we're going to talk about what level are you on? Because if you want, and a lot of women will say they don't want a high value man. Yes, you do. Because you want a lifestyle of comfort and moderate luxury. Meaning, the average woman today wants a lifestyle of comfort and moderate luxury. Meaning, you want a nice suburban home. You want to drive a nice mid-size sedan SUV. You may not want a G-Wagon, but you certainly want it to be really nice. You want your kids to go to A1 public schools, possibly private schools, or you want to be able to homeschool them. You want someone to come along and to landscape the yard. You want someone to be able to come in at least a couple of times a month, if not once a week, to clean the house, and you just maintain it. You want your children to be able to go to college if they so choose, and you want to be able to pay for it. You want to be able to take holiday with your family and travel domestically and internationally. You also want to be able to host functions, have an active social life, and you want other women to envy your position.
That's the truth.
Ladies, that's not average. That is every bit of upper class. But just because you call it middle class today doesn't change the designation. Ladies, you want a life of comfort
And luxury.
and moderate luxury. What is moderate luxury? You may not want to shop at Gucci. You may not want to shop at Dolce & Gabbana, Versace. You may not want to shop at these places, but you certainly want to be able to go to Capitol Grill, Papado, anytime you want to. Ladies, you want money to not be an issue. You want enough money to be coming in to where you don't ever have to not only not get a cutoff notice, but you can go on the offense. You want to, when your children are out of the tender years, you want the option to be able to start your own business, home-based or whatever, and you want your husband to put up the seed money for it. Okay, granted. What kind of woman gets that? What kind of woman gets that? Shout out to my dog MTR. Shout out to TLA. I'm gonna tell you right now, the kind of men that can provide for women like that are not 30. They're not generally 30. Those men are usually in their late 30s, 40. So if you're a 25-year-old woman, welcome to your husband being at least 15 years older than you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there are plenty of women in their mid-20s who are loving on men in their 40s and 50s. Shout out to my group of silver foxes. We know the truth. I know Shirley don't like it, but it don't matter. It don't matter because your niece, your daughter, is trying to become Mrs.
High value.
Mrs. MTR, Mrs. TLA. You're trying to become Mrs. High Value Man, Mrs. Blake Henry. That's what they're trying to become. So, are you equal to a high value man? Obviously
Obviously not.
And if you're not equal to a high value man, this means that you got to
Get in where you fit in.
You got to quit your job to go work for your man, earn your value, and then focus on what he gives you. What does that mean? A wife is a job description. You are the primary contact. You in case of emergency. But here's the thing. Ladies, high-value men have options, and if they choose to exercise them, do yourself a favor.
Don't get nosy.
Stop looking for problems because we don't make them. Well, they don't make them. If your man wants to step out and do whatever, there just needs to be
Some rules to it.
Meaning no sexually transmitted diseases and no sloppiness. Non-disclosure. But we're going to assume that the men know how to handle business. I mean, after all, they became high value. And after all, they were good enough to
So stupid.
So stupid. That you should get a man like that, and he should be strictly monogamous,
Is insane.
Insane. And we need to start telling
Insane in the
women
member.
that you think the men like that are going to be strictly monogamous. You don't get to keep them all to yourself. And you will always come second.
Take it to his purpose.
You will always come second to his purpose.
To his purpose, yep. Purpose to serve Jesus Christ and keep his commandments.
Ladies,
Yep, helpmates.
you are his wife. So Skip Bayless, when he said, I told my wife, you'd always come second to my purpose. That's it. You get to marry, I'm going to just be honest, Blake Henry, Bradley, Amir, Keith, Enrique, high earner, not rich yet, the Henrys, ladies, you get to marry their lifestyle. Here you go, honey. Here's your ring, here's your car, here's your house. They're my kids. And here's the lifestyle you get. Now, I'm going to go out here and do what I do. You get to enjoy the lifestyle. Don't act a fool while I'm out. But you got to make sure you keep him. This is not when you get to get lazy. You got to do even more work at this point because let me show you something. What kind of women do high value men want? This is what most high value men want. A woman who understands that she's going to gift wrap herself to when her husband, her significant other, her whatever you want to call him, comes home. Everything is done, and you got time to focus on him. Now I know that a lot of women are just sitting back. Well, who is he telling women? Well, see, danger zone. If you're in the danger zone, understand something. You're already at the time to sell. Between 27 and 30, you go from time to sell to 30% off, to 50% off. I'm done talking to women who want men at a certain level as if you got leverage. I'm going to tell you how much these men cost and what they demand, and you got to look to see if your wallet or you as your purse can afford him. This whole notion that a man has to prove something to you, got to earn you. No, you got to earn his last name. And you got to keep his last name. And see, so many women don't want to hear this stuff because you've been collared by modern women by womanist, feminist scholars telling you that you can have everything. Nope. The kind of women that these men want prioritize feminine, beautiful, inspirational, sexually satisfying their man and feeding his ego. And these women know how to share, because you're going to have to share him. Ladies, you're going to have to share your high value man. You're going to have to share him with his purpose, with the community or the world around him that requires him to be there. You're gonna have to become friends with his executive assistant. You know many executive assistants, i.e. work wives, become really good friends with Miss High Value? Be like, girl, you got him between the hours of 7 and 7, and then I got him between the hours of 8 and 6. So you're the wife, and then the executive assistant, she's your best friend. And guess what? As an added bonus, you get to also become cool with his mistress. Yes.
Yes.
You get to become cool with his mistress. That's right.
Yes.
I'm telling all the team. Kelly, the mistress, you would be amazed at how many mistresses picked out your anniversary gift. You'd be amazed at how many mistresses picked out that dress you're wearing, the fragrance you're wearing, the heels you're wearing. You'd be amazed at how many mistresses are all in your closet. Mm-hmm. You know how I know? Because the mistress takes his money, comes to me and asks me for good ideas for stuff for him, and because she knows that when his wife is happy, he has more leeway to be with her. So Kelly does a good job at making sure Blake makes sure Mrs. High Value is happy so she can get an extra hour or two. Oh, I'm telling about it. See, you get to be friends with his executive assistant, his work wife, and his mistress, or his 1099 girlfriend, or whatever. You got at least 2 other women you're going to deal with. And guess what? If anytime you decide you want to slip on a job, your best friend would love to take your place.
Huh.
Your best friend would love to take your place and is actively trying to screw your husband in your house. This is why ladies are always smart enough to have your single friends around your married men. Because if he just happens to slip and fall in her coochie, hey, you need to blame her. She shouldn't have been open for business. She said, CeCe Moon says, I'm the executive assistant and the mistress. I pick out his girlfriend's gift. Don't be telling my secrets, Kevin. They don't think I know what I'm talking about. This is why I think it's so funny. He did this, he took that, he stole this, he stole that. I'm a fully functioning grown-ass man who's lived a broad life. There's only one me, there's only one you. And as much as I'm pulling from my experience and what I know, I mean, you would think by now I would run out of stuff to talk about unless I know what I'm talking about. You will be amazed at how many executive assistants and mistresses are all up in your life, ladies, and need to be good. And here's the thing, Cece, when you tell them, Cece ain't your enemy. Cece is your friend. Kelly is your friend. Because Kelly don't want to be his wife. Kelly just wants to, she just wants a little bit. She wants a nibble. Kelly just wants a nibble. She wants, I just want to, she don't want a whole shrimp cocktail. She just jumbo prawn. She just wants one prawn. She don't want the entire, Kelly just wants a little bit. She wants a little bit. She don't want the house. She don't want the, she don't want the, all that. You know what she wants? She wants a nice bag. She wants some shoes. Kelly is really chill. Honestly, she wants like a nice little love bracelet. You know, Kelly. Don't I know Kelly? Kelly. Kelly loves. I want you guys to look at the women running around with the Cartier love bracelet and recognize how many of these women are contract girlfriends. Shout out to Future. If she ain't wearing AP, she ain't mine. If you know, I'm not on Future's level just yet financially, but hey, but every man has his thing. Guys will buy and this is where you guys mess up. Stop buying women the same fragrance, gentlemen. Lee Gilliam on Mobile Blues. Don't buy them the same dress, but you can decide to see how much more. See, I'm more of a just include. See, the Cartier love bracelet, that's everybody can get that. I mean, a lot of folks get those, but I'm much more of the just include the nail. White, especially in white gold. Oh yeah. So if you're mine, you're gonna get a just include, or David Yurman. You know, some of my more traditional women, they like David Yurman. So if it ain't Yurman, she ain't my woman. Or if it ain't Cartier, so figure out what it is, ladies. You know, understand the footwear that looks good on your woman, Louboutin, Saint Laurent. Yeah, what is that one? I forget the name of it, but I love them. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. Uh, Don't they hate it though? Women like, don't be telling the secrets. Ladies, you know what our heads start telling man, look, I know I'm not gonna be your primary woman. I'm gonna be your second or your third. Okay, if that's the case, then negotiate her package up front and get her what she gets and let her go. Give her what she gets and let her go. See, why they get mad at me when I start telling the truth? Why do they get mad at me when I start telling the truth?
They want those good lies. Because they're good no matter what.
For sure.
They're comforting lies.
They know for sure
The truth.
that I know what I'm talking about. So shout out to Future. When he talking about if she's not in she's not an AP, she ain't mine. But let me go ahead and show you. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so the official the official pack, the official deal comes with the 299 girlfriend the funny thing. You can always tell. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys, tell the truth. Ladies, you know, don't get mad if you messing with a man and you find out you on his rotation. What's going on here? What? Oh man. Let's do it this way. Okay. Let's do it that way. Let's see if it plugs in. So, women get mad when they find out that they're like, what? He's got his executive assistant picking out stuff for me. Yeah, ladies. Don't get mad at me. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Here you go. Boom. Oh boy. I'm gonna start some fights. I'm gonna start some fights. I know I'm gonna start some fights, but I don't care. There you go. Now, I just showed some stuff that a lot of women get mad and like, I don't want that kind of stuff. I care that a man cares about me more than else. We're like, yeah, whatever. That's what your mouth say. But are you equal to the man you say you want, ladies? Are you? Or are you not? And if you are, that's cool. Good for you. Most women aren't. Why is this important? Because I am trying to get more women to understand one of your biggest impediments to relationships is not men. It's that you are asking for too much. You're asking for far too much, and you are not worth that much of a deal. You're just not. You're simply not. And I'm sorry, ladies, that bothers you. But that is what it is. All right. So your man know what kind of shoes if your man all of a sudden has no style and then he's coming home with incredible shoes as gifts, ladies, guess what? His executive assistant's all up in your life. His Kelly is all up in your life. And you just ain't Kelly. You know how many women went home and was rocking shoes like this? See, that's a good thing. Ladies, you know, I'm gonna tell you right now. But see, here's the problem. Big Shirley get mad at me because Shirley can't wear these. Shirley can't wear these. And I'm sorry, Shirley. There's a certain weight limit. There's a certain tonnage limit.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah, you got beans, green potatoes, but you don't got the bomb. You don't have the bomb, Shirley. She can't wear those. Only a certain kind of woman can wear a shoe like this. And see, when I told you about the sexuality and sensuality, you can just imagine Kelly saying, "Hey, Blake, buy your girlfriend or your wife a pair of these, cause Kelly's rocking these." If you're walking next to a man and she's got these shoes on, you can guarantee that she belongs to him. Yeah. Oh, they get mad at me right now. They get mad at me. But. Yeah, man. See, you have to have an ankle to fit in these. And see, these are not supposed to be snug. Oh shit! These are not supposed to be snug around your ankle. You see how they have it? I want you guys to understand. Look at that. Velvet. They want to bust the velvet out on Friday. Friday's normally velvet. You see how it's supposed to hang down? That's because she works out. And how your toes are supposed to be room right here and right here. Yes. These are not for you. These are for the women of high value men. Now you go buy some yourself. Oh, knock yourself out. Go buy yourself a pair of bombs. Yeah, I'm not gonna say. You can buy it. You can buy them, but that don't mean they hit different when they coming from somebody else. Yeah. Don't get mad at me, ladies. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault, ladies. See, you see, that just hits different. It just hits different. And many women will talk shit that they want to be living on that level. I see women all the time talking about this stuff, and they get mad because they have to buy it themselves. And ladies, you don't have to buy this kind of stuff for yourself if you would just go ahead and accept what men have to accept. High value men have to settle for you. Oh shit! High value men have always had to settle. Men have always had to settle. So, if he's got to settle for you, the least you can do is understand that he's settling for you. Am I lying, gentlemen? Ladies, understand that this man is settling for you. And if he's settling, make it worth his while. Be cool. Be cool, ladies. If he's gonna settle for you, be cool. Be chill and be like, well, thank you. Thank you for settling for me. I'm so glad you did. And then, make sure you can work to stay in these. There's a thing called an ankle right there. See, these are, yeah. What we're talking about. Make sure, because this is the kind of lifestyle that many women say they want. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is what they promote to you ladies on Instagram and also the kind of stuff. But can you get it? Can you get a man to buy it? Can you get the kind of man you want to buy it for you? Can you get the kind of man you want to buy it for you? And see, women get mad when I ask that question because the overwhelming answer is no. This is why the more money you make as a woman, you're going to have to end up doing what men who have become successful have done. Settle. Settle. Men who are successful have to settle. And if that's not what you want to hear, so sorry. If that's not what you want to hear, so sorry. Because if you get a man who's high value, you're not equal to him. And if you're not equal to him, you need to already understand you're at a power imbalance and it needs to equal out. See, that's what I'm really trying to get to. Modern relationships today are so unequal. And it is time for men to start putting more demands on your worth. This whole notion of gotta wait. I was on Instagram the other day talking about you gotta wait 90 days or 60 or 12 dates and also the other bullshit. Man, if you're a man and you're earning in the top 15%, you ain't gotta wait for shit. The only thing you gotta wait for is for your mindset to change, and you just start to demand your value. And if you're dealing with a woman who wants to haggle and negotiate, don't argue with her. She's just not for you. You want to deal with women who already understand, and I'm going to tell you, there are so many women that understand I'm not on your level. So, if you want to exercise your options, that's your prerogative. I'm going to tell you, I deal with women like that. I talk to women like that who understand that, hey, I'm not even gonna look for the problem because they understand to live the kind of lifestyle they want. They want a man who's exceptional. See, women don't like the fact that we talk about men and women not being equal, being better. But then women go out openly seeking and choosing to be with superior men. That's something that's complicated, Chad. I hit on it. It's like, well, why is it that women don't want there to be a distinction between having a better man, but then openly want to be with better men? Well, if you want to be with a better man, then he gets more. You get the lifestyle, stop being greedy. But are modern women greedy? I think a lot of women are greedy today because you've been told that you should have more than you really that you should. And who's told you this? Other women. But what they can't do is they can't deliver the men. So to that end, this year, we're going to be putting men who can deliver and women who are ready to take delivery in the same room. I'll let the results speak for themselves. The stuff that happened in my mixed group is not an aberration. It can happen at any time. But what you need is you need women who understand that a man who is a leader, a man who has to evolve and make himself that, must maintain that. Ladies, you want men to go out and be alpha as fuck, and then you want them to come home and be beta. No. If they gotta go out here and get it out of the mud, they need to be treated like the same at home. And this is one of the things, ladies, are we equal? I want to know, are modern women equal to high value men? And in what way? Because if you want to say that my vagina is equal to your $300,000 a year, bull crap. I said this on Instagram the other day. And you can't ask dancers because they think their value is higher. But ladies, this is gonna sound crass. But when I ask a woman, how much do you think actual interactions with women actually cost? Just you gotta put a raw number on it. Women will tell you it costs $10,000, $50,000, $40. $40 and going down. So I know a lot of women out there like, what the hell is he talking about? I don't agree with this. Okay, well here's the thing. Where do you rank? And what kind of lifestyle do you desire? Because if you want to be with a man of value, you're going to have to settle with being second at best. You're going to have to share him. You're going to have to tolerate a lot of things. Or you can choose to work your butt. You can work your ass off until you're 65, making $50,000 or less, and then eking it out for your pride. Foolishness. What are you willing to give up on? Because the women that tell you, ladies, don't accept this and don't accept that. I'm gonna tell you right now. The women that are telling you that, they aren't trying to have your life. They're not trying to have your life. Let me do something real quick. And then we're gonna open the call lines because we're gonna do rankings tonight. Because I think one of the only ways for women to really understand what we're talking about is when they understand where they really rank. And so many women just really don't know what they rank. You rank yourselves wrong. So let's do this. Let's do this, shall we? else's choice infuriate you? Why does somebody else's choice infuriate you? Why does somebody else's choice infuriate you? That's a question I asked, and we're gonna get into that in that video tomorrow. But so many women who are throwing shit at the TV right now, throwing stuff at YouTube right now, are angry that there are women who accept this. They're angry that there are women out there who accept being second and being the mother and having the name on the house and accepting having their life, choosing it. There's so many women out there who can't stand when you ladies accept that we're not equals, that we have roles, and that you still get feminine respect. You're not walking around like Miss Seeley and Mister. How they made this set up to where women are actually having better lives with men that they're married to in families. This modern womanist feminist movement cannot stand that women are waking up and realizing that we've been duped. We've been duped. We've been sold a bill of goods. I forced the distinction. That subject too. Understand
A woman, you're saying, okay, I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
You're saying a woman whose preference are good men infuriates the other great prospects in college men. That's similar to what I was stating about women choosing to be in relationships with men who cheat on them.
The difference is that when women do it, you tell men to shut the fuck up. When men do it, women are upset. You know, it's like it's their property. You don't judge both things the same. What infuriates men is not you choosing to be with the hood dude. If you choose to be with the hood dude, and then you get hood outcomes, then you turn around and say men ain't shit because women refuse to make distinctions amongst men. That's why my show is so popular, because I make women make distinctions amongst the men. I force the distinction. Forcing the distinction. Forcing the distinction amongst men, forcing women to make the distinction amongst men, forcing women to make the distinction amongst themselves, so we can get better outcomes. Having average women going after high-value men just because you call yourself a 10 is insane. Force the distinctions. Because ladies, you think you're equal. I was talking to the same woman, and shout out to her. I love the fact she stood up, but I don't think my value goes down. I think it's going to stay same. No, it goes down. Paulina Porostova, 56-year-old supermodel, who's sitting around talking about she's invisible. I'm going to actually do a reaction video to that and put it up. And I laugh at women like her. It's like, you are a supermodel, married to a rock star, on the cover of Sports Illustrated twice, and now in your 50s, you're complaining about ageism. When you were the hot supermodel, you didn't give a shit about those older women that you were kicking in the ass. Like it or not, ladies, you get yours up front and before 30, but after 30, half off. You have to make the distinction, and you need to make the distinction between reality and what you are worth on the sexual, your overall approximated sexual marketplace value worth, what your approximated sexual marketplace value suggests you can get on the market. Now, I want you to imagine how many people went to Outback Steakhouse tonight and enjoyed Outback Steakhouse. They went to Outback, sat in line to get that wheat bread with the honey butter. They sat in line to get a blooming onion or those buffalo wings, or the wings, cheese fries. They sat in line to get prime rib or the Outback special or loaded baked potato with a side of shrimp or a lobster tail. They sat in line to get the molten chocolate lava cake. They sat in line and enjoyed their meal. They also understood about how much it was going to cost. Outback gets produces happy customers, night in and night out, countrywide. But I want you to imagine somebody who has Outback money going to Mastro's or Ruth Chris or the Salt Bay, expecting outcomes, and they can't afford it. They will look on that menu and see that 24 karat gold steak, or they will look and say, for $80, I get this much steak. Baklava is $26. But there are people who go to Salt Bay and have just as good of an experience as the people in Outback. The difference is these two people understood their budget and they bought what they could afford at their level. We got too many Outback women wanting Salt Bay outcomes. And you can't afford it on your own money. You can't get the men. The money you have to spend in the sexual marketplace, ladies, is your sexual marketplace value. That's how much money you can spend. That's the kind of man you can afford. And you're not equal. This is why women who generally get these men accept the fact that they can't have them exclusively. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm open to have the conversation with the ladies because, a lot of women think that who hurt you, your mama black, and all this other kind of stuff. But why do women who actually marry these men seem to understand this? Why do women who marry these men seem to understand this? Oh no. Shout out to A Free. Appreciate it, fam. A Free came through. Look, ladies, understand something. How you get, let's say you are on the level of a high value man. Do you realize that you still gotta shoot your shot? You know how many women walk around thinking that a high value man has to prostrate himself or step down to come shoot his shot to you? Why? Because women today do not want equal relationships. Women today want to be in a superior position to men. So think about it. This man over here is 10 times the value of you, but you expect him to step to you, and him to open the door, and him to do this, and him to do that, and you just like, where in the hell can you be over here at Western Sizzling, get Salt Bay outcomes? Y'all are all messed up. And this is why women who are willing to do what is necessary to get the kind of outcomes they want have them. And then there are women who could be on that level, but they are, well, I'll take a medium value man, or I'll do this. And this under why? It's because your mother failed you. Your mother failed you. They told you that having to do anything for a man lowers your value. They told you having to do anything for a man other than showing up and being cute is outrageous, and that's bullshit. Showing up and being cute, you do that for yourself. You know how many women think that just them showing up to a date is payment enough? Why do you ladies think this? Why do you ladies think that you had to go earn? Remember I asked the lady, how much would you be willing to invest into becoming the best version of yourself to find the kind of man you say you want? She said, I'd be willing to put about $2,000 at the most. And I said, how much was your last date? She said, what, $460. Man wasn't even worth 5 dates. Think about that. Who got y'all thinking that y'all are that damn valuable? And where are the outcomes to prove it? So So when somebody like myself comes along and say you average at best, you can't have a man at that level. Women get offended. They get offended because they want it.
Recording in progress.
And it don't matter if you want something, can you afford it? So where do you rank, ladies? Where do you rank? What can you afford to buy? What can you afford to get? Or tell me, what am I wrong about? If you don't want to be on camera, you can ask to not be on camera, but you must be on camera for me to see you. You can request not to be on YouTube. But I really want to know why so many women feel like that they should just be able to get whatever it is they want because they want it. And if a man says something about it, all of a sudden we're misogynists. We hate our mamas. No, man. You can ask. You cannot do, and you ladies gonna have to figure this out. You're not winning. You're losing. We're already in the March. We're already in the March. Summer will be around the corner, and you got you 30-plus-year-old women out here trying to talk about hot girl summer. That sounds stupid. How many hot girl summers you gonna get before you realize old chicken fall and winter? Look, winter is coming again. You're not getting better, you're getting older. You don't just get to make up the rules just because you want to. Ladies, like it or not, this is the way of the world. This is the way of the world, and the women who accept nature as what it is, I should play that video. I really should play the video. But I'm gonna let it load tomorrow. I really should play the video because the last two parts of this video, when I sat down with lovely Miss Jessica Wong, and Jessica is beautiful. She's a very attractive woman. But like I told women like her, I was like, y'all can say one thing because you can demand a different price than a lot of the women y'all speak for a short period of time. But when time catches all people, time catches you all. Hit the link, ladies. Time catches you all. And when I sit down and I'm interviewing, I got an interview coming up with an attorney, a physician, a finance guy. Like I said, starting to interview men who are single men who are on the level of what you're talking about, a pilot. Yeah, on-camera interview with the kind of man you're talking about. And this is not a black thing. Let me also make this announcement. I'm a black man, and I speak about black community and black movement. This is a modern thing. This is a woman and man thing. Because I have come to the realization. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play this last. I want to play this last part. While we're waiting on people to join, I want to play something. I want to play something that's going to be very important. Because I don't think a lot of women understand how bad it is. I don't think a lot of women really understand that the men out here are ready to move on with the next phase of life, and there are not enough wives. More like 15, 10 tips. How much money? All right. And then I said, all right, what kind of men she maybe 50? And she will say, just give me analytics. Communications, things like that. They don't pay you money. So if you're not making enough money and question I'm sitting there asking women is, ladies, understand something. When men are ready, when men have become ready, they have a short window. When a man becomes when a man is ready and looking for, when he becomes thorough, let's just say thorough, whether it's high value or not. When a man becomes thorough, got his mind right, his money right, his body right, and he's put in the work. That man is ready to start a family, a network, a community, a group. And what do you expect the men to do if women today are delaying relationship and marriage? What do y'all expect them to do? What do y'all expect them to do? And many women are expecting men to just wait or pick somebody else. Watch tomorrow's video. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself. That's fine. How old are you? All right. So what do you got for me? Why not? Whoa. Why should an average man get a fat woman? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about. No. We'll talk about the shape.
Average man.
So what she's saying is, what she's basically saying is, to be with a high value man, you gonna have to have a good physique, size 4'6". But if a woman is average, or she wants to get with an average man, she doesn't have to be that. She can be what? What can she be?
I'm not saying like obese, but I'm just saying average men, usually their standards are lower than a high value.
And we're changing that. We're changing that. So no. Why should an average man deal with a woman that weighs? Where are you from?
New York.
What is the average height and weight of a black woman in America?
I would say 185, 6.
180 and what?
And 5'6".
5'4", 187. What is the average height of a man?
I would say 5'8".
5'9". How much does he weigh? Average man.
I would say 210.
No, absolutely not. They weigh 182 pounds.
And then I was also wondering if you can give me a rating.
No, you don't want to be on camera. I'm not gonna do that. You gotta be on camera for that.
No, okay, never mind.
Okay, but I want you to go back. Why should a man who is 5'9", 185 pounds, be okay with a woman whose average height 5'4" and 185 pounds?
Yeah, that's actually good.
Make that make sense.
I would say a high value man, they obviously work hard in their
I
life.
know. I want to know why an average man should accept a woman who is average height and he's average height and he's average weight. Why should a man accept a woman who is obese? 5'4", 185 pounds is obese.
Well, I don't know the answer.
Well, that's what you came in and said, man. You said, okay, if you want a high value man, that's one thing. But an average man, because he doesn't have the high value leverage, he should accept the average woman. No. Why are average women so fat?
I don't know.
And we're having a conversation. So why do you think that a man who's an average earner should accept that?
He didn't work as hard as a high value man.
So he's penalized for being average.
No.
You're not making any sense, man, but I'm listening. Your argument's not very good.
Well, I have an answer.
Did you know your grandmother?
Yes.
Did you know, was she 185 pounds or more?
No.
You know, why all of a sudden are women born in this country who can look back in their family genealogy and see the women back in the 40s and 50s and 60s and before that were the signs of women? Why should men who were back then, men didn't even go to college back then. Most guys had a high school education at best and worked manual labor jobs. But they got women who were the size of a woman.
I don't know what to say.
No, I don't understand. You came in and you said this. Make it make sense.
Times change. America
Times change.
has an obesity problem.
No.
America has an obesity problem.
No. So listen to what you're saying. Men should accept this stuff because women chose to get fat and don't work out. They're not exercising. They're not watching their diet. They're not doing what men want. So men should accept it. And I want you guys to understand it. What she won't say is, you better accept this because if you don't, you ain't got nothing else. Guys, stop having sex with overweight women. Leave them alone. Because as long as somebody will have sex with her, women like her will think that you should just accept this. Do you see non-black men accepting women that are bigger than them now? Average non-black men? So I guess you're saying that black men deserve overweight women. Go ahead and say it loud and proud. Tell the black men that you deserve this. Because you're not rich. Tell them. The floor is yours. No, don't cover your mouth. Tell them loud and proud.
I guess if you're being blunt.
If you're being blunt, what?
Translating what I'm saying, I guess I am saying that.
Do you like black men?
Of course.
How can you say, do you love black men?
Yes.
How can you say you like and love black men if you're telling them they should accept this? You just came up here and told black men that they should accept what other races of men won't accept. And then y'all, out of y'all same mouth, y'all say y'all like and love us. How about this? How about if the black men who were average started just dating average white women, or average Hispanic women, or average Middle Eastern women who were just average weight? How about if black men started dating women strictly based upon weight? And women above a certain weight, they would not accept. Like women above 145 pounds were ruled out for dating, mating, relationships, everything. Would that be acceptable to you if black men started doing that? Why not?
I see what you're saying here. It's not fair.
No, I'm saying why would that not be acceptable?
Um, it's not nice to date someone just because of their
I
weight.
don't give a shit about nice. It's not nice to have a. It's not nice to tell a black man that you got to deal with an obese woman just because you're black.
I guess.
No, guess. I'm having a conversation. I'm challenging your logic. If you say you like black men, you love black men, but do you like black men more than you care about black women's feelings? That's not an answer.
No, honestly.
So you care about black women's feelings more than you care about black men.
Yes.
All right. She's your enemy, Janine. She's your enemy. Yes, ma'am, you're my enemy. Yep, that's an enemy. That's an enemy. You care more about somebody's feelings than you care about a whole person. Okay, maybe I'm being, what would you call it? You care more about black women's feelings than you care about black men. But you said you like to love black men. So, are you on the side of men or are you on the side of women?
I guess women.
Okay.
I guess women.
Okay, cool. And when I said what if black men started dating women solely based upon weight first, is it impossible for black women to be under 145 pounds? Is it impossible?
No.
Okay, so it's possible. Is it possible for the average woman, black woman, to be fit?
Possible or impossible?
No, is it possible?
Yes.
You mean kind of like your grandmother and the woman before her? So if black men started dating women on weight first,